All right, that Rocket Lab news is something else, but also SpaceX. Obviously, this is the space darling. We're taking a look at the SpaceX daily chart here, and lo and behold, we have held this 150. To me, this is absolutely key right now. Maybe we've dipped beneath it and printed beneath it, but we really haven't closed beneath it. As long as this can hold 150, maybe we can make another attempt at the highs. I know you and I are both waiting for this to kind of go lower for a potential longer term investment. I'm still on that page, but for the purpose of trading, it has absolutely shown us here that 150 is a support. Currently today, it's trading up off of that, and that obviously is going to impact some of the other stocks. So positive news here specific to Rocket Lab today. SpaceX holding its 150. This is the halo effect on some of the other space stocks. Do you have any that you're watching at the moment?
Oh, I have a number of that I'm watching here. This is, of course, one of them, as you pointed out. One thing that we wanted to see here happen with SpaceX is a recapture of 160, because as soon as that price was lost last week, it has not been able to get back above and close above 160. So that's been a bit of a resistance area for the price action here in SpaceX. What's fortunate, though, is that we did hold the opening price, not the IPO price, but the opening price when the stock debuted. That was 150. The IPO price is 135, which is still a target that a lot of people have before they want to start adding or picking up this company. Another resistance area to watch for to the upside is going to be 175.50. This is the share performance threshold where the price has to hold above at or above this area for five of the 10 days around the when it reports next, which is going to be should be in August. Because if it does hold that, then an additional amount of shares unlock, and more of those shares that people are not able to trade yet are going to be able to be put onto the market. So that's
More
an important
liquidity
level.
is what it sounds
Yeah,
like. Yeah.
yeah, that's going to be an important level to watch for. Another other names that I'm also keeping an eye on here: Redwire, RDW. This is another picks and shovels name. This is, I think, going to be one of the more important players in space. Not just manufacturing, but just building out all the infrastructure that we need. This does a lot of testing as well, including some recent 3D printing testing in space. And of course, we have another satellite company, ASTS. That's been a big name here. That's another one I'm keeping an eye on. We've been seeing a nice 2 day rebound off some of the lows that it put in back from April. And another name that I always keep an eye on, because it's in thermal management, it's already got products in space, works with Lockheed Martin and a number of other companies, KULR. KULR's thermal management systems for their batteries is just another thing behind the thing stock that I'm keeping an eye on. But can't talk about space without one that I've been trading and making some pretty good money on, Velo 3D Systems, VELO. This name has been fantastic, but it has come back in due to a short report.
Yeah, and you're exactly right here. I love Velo as well. I actually think this might be a buying opportunity. I'd be really kind of watching 15 as an area here on Velo. Short reports, look, generally they do really good research. To me, though, with its biggest customers being SpaceX and Andrew, I mean, Elon Musk and Palmer Luckey are one of the reasons that this company is where it is. So to me, I'm not going to bet against those guys. So we'll see where this shakes out here. Short report often can give you some better entry. Let's see if it holds 15. So far, it's doing a really good job. And just kind of reviewing some of the other charts for the stocks that you mentioned. KULR, I know this is a little guy, but thermal management in space is going to be a huge issue. And I think we're so early in the innings of this theme that we're not really talking about that a lot. I think this company is going to be more and more important as we go down this line. Now, looking at the chart here, we've done a really good job staying above the 200 ever since we recaptured it. We've tested it a number of times. Now we're actually holding the 50 on top of that. And it sure looks like we have a 20-day moving average test here. So this chart, something to keep your eye on, one of the cheaper space plays or space adjacent plays.